Hello everybody, my name is Lyon and welcome back to another SafeSend Shorts video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the client experience of SafeSend Returns. Now SafeSend Returns can help the firm streamline the assembly and delivery of a tax return. But what we're here to look at is what happens after you deliver that return, specifically what the client sees. Now let's go ahead and take a look. The first thing that the client is going to see is an email sent to their inbox. That email will be from the firm, and then the subject, please review and sign your return for, and then we'll call out that signer's name. When we open up this email, we will see a branded email with the firm's logo and text welcoming them to the system. The client is going to hit the button that says, let's get started. Now they're going to hit get started once we get to this screen. And the first thing that we're going to be asked is to enter the last four of our social. It's important to note that with SafeSend Returns, we do not have the client create any account. We do not have them create a password. They will not have to try and remember this year over year. So they're going to enter their last four. And then we will request an access code for a dual factor authentication. So we'll click send code. And once we click send code, a one-time access code will be sent back to our email. Now, as a firm, we can also set up text message access codes. We will enter in that code and hit confirm. Now, the first thing the client is going to see when they access the return is a summary. Okay, a summary is going to give them a breakdown of this year's return, whether they're getting any refunds back or maybe they owe. We can also click this and see our estimated payments due for next year. Top left here, we have SafeSend Steve. SafeSend Steve will allow a pop-up to come up that will guide the client through any part of the screen through this process. At the top here, we have a progress bar that shows our summary plus our steps that we need to complete: review, sign, make payments. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we're going to see is a message from the firm. This is if we included one to the client. They will see that. And when we click next, we will get to the invoice page. We'll have the client review the invoice right here on screen. And if you included one, we can have the client hit the link that says pay now. Now you have two options. We have Stripe integration, or you can include any URL that you want the client to go and pay at. So if you use CPA charge, quick fee, or anything like that, you can put the firm's pay link there. And when the client hits pay, we will take them right to that page. Now, after reviewing the invoice, we'll hit next and view our tax return. So we actually view our tax return right here on screen. So the filing instructions and then the tax return next. And we can page through using the page navigation. We can scroll through. We can use the bookmarking structure, really just giving the client the ability to look at the things on the screen rather than having to download a copy first and open it in a native PDF viewer. If the client would like to, they can also forward a copy of documents to another person. Next is signing. So we have three options for signing typically: e-signing, manually signing, where we're going to print out those e-file forms and sign them manually, or delegate signing if we're going to actually give the responsibility of e-signing these e-file forms to somebody else. In today's video, we're just going to stick with e-sign. Now, when we choose to e-sign for your 1040s, we will do KBA. We will consent to e-sign, and we will move on to the KBA questions. Now, the KBA questions are only required for the 1040s. They are not required for entity or trust returns. Now, I'm going to go ahead and answer these questions quickly. We are required to answer 3 of 5, but don't worry, SafeSend Returns has a 97% success rate. Now, once we answer those questions correctly, we're going to e-sign. We'll hit our start button here at the top, and we will go to our first signature box, and we will click that signature box. The system will ask us to type our name, or we can draw it. And if we want, we can use our finger, or we can use our mouse and hit apply to place that signature. Dates automatically get placed there with it, and we'll go ahead and click to sign all of the included recognized e-file forms. Now, once we're done, we'll hit next to finish, and that's it. We have now e-signed our e-file forms. The e-file forms will now be sent to the firm, and they can download a copy of them. We'll go ahead and hit next to our last step, which is payments. We'll first see our current year payments, and then we will see our next year estimated payments. On the left here, we can click our due date and see which payments we have due for those dates. Here I have a federal, Arizona, and Illinois payment due, and I can click pay on any of those, and I will see who I owe, IRS, $150,000, and the due date, due 4/15/2024. Now, when I'm ready to pay this, I'll have two options. I can either download the voucher to print it and pay with a check or a money order, or I can hit Pay Now. And if I do hit Pay Now, SafeSend will navigate that client right to that authority's online payment page to go ahead and choose from one of the payment options that that authority provides. Going back into SafeSend, I can go ahead and hit Done. And I'll be taken right back to that first page, that summary page, and I will see all of my action items from here on out. Now, the retention period is anywhere from 30 days to 7 years, depending on the firm choice, but we can come back in here in that time and make payments, download copies of our documents, view or forward those documents, download our e-file forms, or look at pay our invoice. We will get automated signing reminders if we do not sign as fast as I did, and we will also get automated payment reminders for these payments that are due throughout the year. So a certain number of days before these different quarter payments are due, SafeSend Returns will automatically remind that client that they are coming up. Well, that is a quick look at the taxpayer experience in SafeSend Returns. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions, please visit us at our Help Center or at our website, safesend.com. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.